Hello and welcome back to my channel. For everyone who doesn't know me yet, I'm Becky, and on this channel I'm talking about languages and everything related to language. If you're interested in that, feel free to subscribe, and if you enjoy this video, give it a like so I know that you like it. So for today we have a little English status. So on what point my English is, so I can relate later on if I get better or if my English gets worse. So just a little time capsule. So I thought for this video, because I already have two videos in English on this channel, I'm just going to talk a little bit how this status videos develop and a few other things. So for starters, these status videos have no script. I have a main topic or a few main topics I'm talking about, and I have a few bullet points. So in this case there are 4 bullet points, and on these bullet points I'm hanging on while speaking and making this video. So for these videos, the 4 bullet points are intro, status videos, New York experience, and the outro. So these are all scripted things I have for this video, and I just hang along. So for the status videos, so as I said, no script. Then I'm just talking a little bit, and yes. And if I don't know anything anymore to this topic, then I jump to the next topic. And I don't force myself to talk about something. So that's for the status video. So now on to New York experience. I was in New York a month ago or so, and I found out something interesting. If you remember, in my first video I asked you to guess my native language and from where I am, and I didn't give you the answer until my second video. So when I was in New York, I found out for myself that my accent gives me away. So we were in New York, and not only me but also my companion were asked if we are from Germany. So our English accent actually gave us away, and not all, but a few of them knew we were from Germany. So, well, now I have my answer and can work on my accent. Yes, that was interesting. I will maybe talk a little bit more about New York in the future. I'm not sure about it. But it was a lot to see in New York. And we were like 2 weeks in New York, and it was, we were like running the whole time. We had 2 days off because some of the my companions would were going to shopping. Oh, and also for the status videos, if I ramble a little bit or correct me in the after, so like I say a sentence and then my head is like, oh, you said that wrong. It's not scripted, so I'm just going by with the flow and don't really have a structure. Also, like jumping back and front like now, it's just what my brain comes up with. If it makes sense. um Also, with this, I sometimes use Denglish. If you don't know what Denglish is a mixture of Deutsch, which means German in Germany or in German, and English. You know what that means. So it's like you have a sentence in German and translate it word for word into English. So like there are some things if you're joking about your English being not good, like I think a spider. What literally means I think I'm going crazy or something like that. You can use it in different moments, and it's weird if you're translating it word for word. So, or my English is not yellow from the egg. It means your English is not, or my English is not very good. So this is Denglish, and yes, that's also why sometimes my sentences are kind of weird, or aren't weird, but I'm translating it word for word. What's not correct for English and German. So yes, but back to the New York experience. Oh my god, this video is all over the place. So for New York, it was a lot. We were 2 weeks and like 2 days off, and these 2 days we had off. Some of my companions were shopping and they bought a lot. And also, I got some Japanese books in New York. So, The Little Prince, I got it in Japanese. And one book like Japanese folks tales or something like that, I also got. It's for language learning, and yes, they are great. The Little Prince is a little bit advanced for me yet. I actually don't understand much of it, so I just take a brief look and then now it stands in my bookshelf and waits for me to be fluent enough in Japanese to read it or to understand it. Yes, and it was New York had a. We were in a library, or not a library, a bookstore, and there was a whole level just with Japanese books, just like a Japanese bookstore. So with little plushies and everything related to Japanese and romance in Japanese, and a few shelves with language learning books for Japanese. And then there was also another level, there was mangas. And half of them, or not half of them, maybe a third, was in Japanese. And also grabbed a few from them. Yes, so that was really nice. And we were in New York, and we thought 2 weeks were a lot for New York. But actually, it was the right amount of time. So we didn't have to stress ourselves, and we didn't even go outside of New York. We were just in Brooklyn and Manhattan, and that was it. It was so much to see and to experience. We were also in the Central Park, and sometimes I heard the English with the Brooklyn accent, and it kind of was really hard for me to understand. Just, I don't know, think the Brooklyn accent is one of the toughest for me to understand. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Yes, so that was New York, and like I said, it was 2 weeks with a lot, so maybe I will come back and talk a little bit more about it, but not in this video. This is just a little bit of a status video and not a New York experience. Yes. Um yes, this was it for this video. Like I said before, if you're interested in this kind of videos, feel free to subscribe and also like. And if you're interested in anything else, just write it in the comments and I will see what I can do. You can also follow me on Instagram, or you can contact me via Discord, and you can also write with me on Instagram or Discord in any of my languages, and we can do a little kind of language exchange. That's up to you. And I would really like if you give me feedback about my language or what I can improve. And I know that my English is not the clearest, so I know I have an accent and I know I don't pronounce everything right, but I'm working on it. And also when I kind of make these videos, these status videos, and I just tell a little bit, and when I look over it and make the script afterwards, so I make this video without a script, and afterwards I write everything I say down, so I can make this on the screen writings and the subtitles. So when I make this script, I'm just taking my words that I say, so I don't change them. Even if I realize the sentence doesn't make sense or I said something wrong. That's the purpose of these videos, so I can see what I did wrong, and also you can see what I did wrong, and I can see in a year if my English has improved or not. And also you can see if my English has improved or not, even if I make errors or I ramble like that. So yes, I would really enjoy if you're giving me a feedback. So see you next time. Bye.